The Changeling Chronicles, an AI-made MLP story. By Israel. Created on November 14, 2023. In the midst of a civil war in the Changeling Hive, King Thorax and Queen Chrysalis battle for control, while a young changeling named Ember must decide where her loyalties lie.
As the sun set, casting long shadows over the Changeling Hive, King Thorax stood on the precipice of war. The hive was divided, tension growing each passing day. Life, as they knew it, teetered on the edge of a knife. The hive, once a sanctuary of unity, was falling prey to the whispers of discord. Their leader, King Thorax, stood amidst the rising turmoil, the shadows of the waning sun deepening his grim countenance. In the hive's heart, uncertainty filled the air as King Thorax stood, a solitary figure against the skyline. His grim silhouette, cast by the waning sun, reflected the escalating discord amongst his changeling subjects. The internal conflict was tearing the hive apart, turning companions into enemies. Queen Chrysalis, with her sharp features and dark gaze, saw this as an opportunity to regain the throne she believed was rightfully hers. The air buzzed with tension as the changelings, once united, now chose sides. The hive was no longer a safe haven, but a battleground. Among the changelings, a young one named Ember found herself torn. She had grown up under Thorax's rule, but she still respected Chrysalis. Ember watched as the hive split in two. Friends turned against each other, families were torn apart. The warmth and unity she had once known was fading. Thorax called a meeting in the heart of the hive. His voice echoed through the cavernous space, trying to reason with his subjects. However, Chrysalis was not one for negotiations. She rallied her followers, preparing them for the battle that was inevitable. Ember found herself drawn to both leaders. Thorax's compassion and Chrysalis's determination both resonated within her. As the days passed, the tension grew. The hive was on the brink of war, and no one knew what the future held. The day of the battle dawned. The air was thick with anticipation as both sides readied themselves for the fight. Ember, still unsure of where her loyalties lay, watched as her friends prepared for battle. She had to make a choice. The battle began with a roar. Thorax and Chrysalis clashed, their armies following suit. The hive was filled with the sounds of battle. Ember watched from the sidelines, her heart heavy. This was not the hive she'd grown up in. This was a war zone. Suddenly, a young changeling was in danger, trapped between the warring sides. Ember acted without thinking, rushing to his aid. Her actions did not go unnoticed. Both Thorax and Chrysalis paused, watching as Ember bravely defended the young changeling. The battle stopped. All eyes were on Ember. She stood tall, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. "Why are we fighting?" she asked, her voice echoing through the silence. "We are a family, not enemies." Her words struck a chord. The changelings looked at each other, the reality of their actions sinking in. Thorax and Chrysalis shared a look. Ember was right. Their battle was tearing the hive apart. They declared a truce. The battle was over, but the damage had been done. It was time to heal and rebuild. Ember was hailed as a hero. Her bravery and wisdom had saved the hive from destruction. In the aftermath, Thorax and Chrysalis worked together. They put aside their differences for the good of the hive. The hive began to heal. Slowly but surely, they returned to their ways of peace and unity. Ember, now a respected figure in the hive, vowed to ensure that such a war would never happen again. As the sun rose on a new day, the hive was at peace once more. The war was over and a new era had begun. King Thorax, Queen Chrysalis, and Ember stood together, united in their goal to protect and serve their hive. From that day forward, the changeling hive thrived. The story of the Civil War became a tale told to future generations, a reminder of the importance of unity and the dangers of division. Ember's courage inspired many, her actions serving as a beacon of hope in the face of adversity, and so the hive prospered under a newfound peace. The tale of the Changeling Chronicles of King Thorax, Queen Chrysalis and Ember became a symbol of unity and peace for all of Equestria. The sun set once more, casting long shadows over the peaceful hive, and as the moon rose, the changelings slept soundly, their dreams filled with hope for a brighter tomorrow.
That's all, Zipsters! Like and subscribe.